Alright, welcome back to Twitch and YouTube to Just Another Game, Master Detective Archives Rain Code. And I gotta remember to keep saying that because that implies the possibility of a sequel. We need to go... yeah, this way. I think, yeah. Actually, before I go further... okay. No requests have popped up. I'll take a look at something. Requests.
It's
I think I've only done 3.
Responsibility to help those in need.
In requests, outline of ongoing requests as well as the next objectives can be viewed. Solved and unsolved requests can also be viewed. Yeah, okay, so there's 4 of them, but I haven't discovered number 2 yet. Okay, interesting. But they're not showing up on the map at the moment. As I said, I think there's only 4 per chapter. Back to Kamasaki District. With Halara. Who is fucking tall. God damn. I think the quest 2 might be actually at the church. In the vicinity of the church. We'll see. Let's see. I want to go down somewhere. There we go. There's a route down. Damn it, he's not gonna skin us alive because we forgot his meat bun. Yeah, so now this route should connect to the other one. Unless he starves to death, in which case he might come after us and be like, brains. And we'll be like, oh no, this isn't that kind of game. Because if it gets to be one of those brains type of games, Lady ain't gonna show up for it no more. Even if there is a big titty goth girlfriend. Priest size. Few people have seen the priest size because he's always squinting.
It's the peacekeepers.
Oh, well, this is going great.
Huh? Oh, right. Chief. And that peacekeeper from the clock tower.
They're coming right for us. Oh, God.
Seth Burrows. A high-ranking peacekeeper. He's quite infamous for being sly and persistent.
Well, we sure got some heavy rain again, huh? The humidity makes my hair fuzzier than normal.
I don't care.
Huh? What did you say?
I don't care. More importantly, you sent your detectives to interfere with the Nailman case, didn't you? We have witnesses.
Nailman? Now that you mention it, there was a case like that before. Oh, wait, no, I don't know anything.
This flower, it's beautiful, isn't it?
Huh?
Created by Amaterasu Corp's research, this precious work of art is adapted to Kanai Ward's environment. But unfortunately, once picked, it can only maintain its beauty for 3 hours. When something beautiful withers, it fills me with an inexplicable sorrow. I feel so sad that... it makes me want to sink a ship.
I don't follow.
The Nailman affair will be handled by the Peacekeepers. You and your team will withdraw immediately. Bring in the detectives you sent out. The Peacekeepers will take custody of them.
Hold on! I don't know what detectives you're talking about, and I don't know where any of them are.
I'll wait until this flower withers. You have 3 hours. I'll not wait a second longer. If you fail to meet my demands, you will suffer the same fate as this flower.
Fine, I get it, but can't you give me more time?
We didn't do anything bad. Don't look at us.
He's gone.
I was just
Chiyako,
going to get
Are you
people.
alright?
Oh, Yuma. And Alara, too. Yeesh, this is bad. Listen, the Peacekeepers just came by.
Yeah, they
I
tend to
know.
do that.
We were watching from over there.
We watched you squirm. It is really funny.
Huh? You were watching? You couldn't at least help me out. Hold on. Are you two the detectives they were talking about?
Maybe. What's it to you?
I'm sorry. It's a long story, but it was probably us.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me! Why? What's going on?
It's exactly as the Peacekeeper said. We are currently pursuing the Nailman case. We'd like to search around the church. I was about to ask you to take us there, but you seem rather busy.
Yeah, I'm real busy now, thanks to you two!
You don't look that busy.
You're gonna keep investigating? Not gonna help your chief out of a jam? Look, we've got 3 hours before I'm taken away. If that happens, the last detective agency in town is done for.
I mean, no, just because you leave, we're fine still.
Would you rather hand us over to the Peacekeepers?
Who do you think you're talking to? I'm the chief. I'd rather turn myself in than ever sell anyone out. Though, I wouldn't want to do that either, if I'm being honest. Never mind, forget what I just said.
Man, he does not know when to stop.
What should we do, Halara?
There's only one person who'll be taken into custody. It's not the chief, not us. It's the Nailman. You will find the real culprit and turn the murderer over to the Peacekeepers as originally planned.
You got a lot of confidence in me.
With enough evidence, they will have no room to reject the truth.
You would think so, but might be surprised.
We only have 3 hours.
3 hours is more than enough. I will give my utmost effort as your assistant. With my logic, anything is possible.
I don't really get it, but it seems best to leave it to you two.
That's right.
You said you wanted to go to the church? Let me mark it on the map.
I mean, I have it marked on the map. I've seen it, but go ahead.
It's for the best that I don't tag along. If we're seen together, things will get even more sticky. I'll be right here, waiting for good news. I'm counting on you.
Got it. We're off.
Absolutely, it'll be good news.
3 hours. You've got 3 hours to solve the case.
Why would it be anything else?
Seriously, I'm counting on you. There's still so much I need to do.
Mysterious note. Why don't we get to see the note? Nailman 290, Meat Bun Shop in Kamasaki District. Relatively new compared to the other shops. They're struggling to attract new customers. The cheese meat buns are most popular, priced at 250 yen a piece. Crime isn't generally bad here unless you venture deeper inside. That is an illegal members only casino. I will never get to read the entire thing for that. Alright, let's head for the church.
You can get to the church from Kamasaki District. Time is short.
You said 3 hours is plenty.
Let's hurry!
You lied to me.
You sure you want to take a detour? Don't you want to save Fuzzhead? Come on, over here!
Do I? Do I? Do I? I think it is. I think it's past the hotel. Do I want to save him?
Not this way.
Okay, it's not past the hotel. Not in that direction anywhere. Where is it? Maybe if I follow the objective marker, you know, it's kind of there for a reason. Maybe I just didn't assume I know where it is and I just let the map decide for me. Let me go through my gumshoe gabs again. Okay, there's no more in this. We got that one for them. You know what? Let's watch the first memory with Halara. Why not? Good talk.
No, I got careless and ended up alone with Halara.
Well, that's very rude.
I guess I should be the one to start the conversation. I'm the rookie, after all. But what do I say?
Do you feel awkward?
Huh?
It's natural to strike up a conversation when two people are together. Such is the mundane way of the masses. You're overtaxing your tiny brain to do so, aren't you?
You're a little rude, Halara.
Well, sort of.
Then how about you and I have a wager?
But I thought the chief said no more gambling.
The boss said it's forbidden, so you won't do it. You think I can be swayed by that sort of logic? Besides, gambling can nurture skills that every detective needs. I believe it will be to your benefit.
You just want to take my money.
What sort of skills are you talking about?
Instead of always asking for answers, why not figure it out for yourself for once?
Yeah, think!
A skill needed by detectives, which can be trained by gambling.
Courage, observation skills, or your sixth sense. Let's go with observation skills.
Observational skills?
That's right. Gambling isn't merely decided by coincidence. For example, in poker, you can study the cards already in play, as well as the expressions of dealers and players. You observe all that, make logical deductions, and commence battle. How about it? Wouldn't you agree those are the skills every detective needs?
Really feel like you just want to take my
I
money.
get what you're saying, but
When are you going to stop nitpicking? After all you made me explain, you will have to play a match with me.
Must I?
But there's no way I stand a chance against you.
Not to worry. We'll do a warm-up first, with nothing wagered.
What if we just continue to
I'm
wager
not going
nothing?
to hustle a beginner straight off the bat.
Okay.
So you are gonna hustle me.
Yes, I beat you.
It was just a game of heads or tails. But still, you show some promise.
Does that mean I have talent as a detective?
Yes, you can say that for sure. Now the real game begins. First, let's wager. I think we should start with 10,000 Xian.
You are absolutely hustling me.
What?
How much am I in debt for?
This isn't how it was supposed to go.
We have learned about gambler's
Don't be
fallacy.
foolish. I lost the warm-up so you'd feel that rush and mistake your own skill level. It's rather obvious I did it on purpose. I let you get carried away and made you take a gamble against me.
That's terrible.
Aw, you got completely hustled. You picked the wrong detective to mess with.
I think that was a rather good learning experience. It's crucial for detectives to doubt other people's intentions, no matter the circumstances.
Also, you
I
owe me
won't charge you
20,000
interest
Xian.
for now, but you must tell me immediately when you've developed a payment plan.
Alara is totally ruthless.
Master, you and Halara seem to have grown closer.
Have we? I don't think we have. I don't think we have at all. I think, bad things happened. I don't think I'm comfortable with them. An illegal members-only casino located in Kamasaki District. One can enjoy slots, roulettes, and card games, but many games have obscene rates and cheating is rampant. Yay, I finished it! It's an art gallery. There are many visitors prior to the isolation and Kanai ward, but current attendance is not stellar. Alright, do I want to look at another one? Not gonna have Dosahiko. I do have Fubuki's. Let's gab with Fubuki. Halara attacks with a 1 Xian coin. Where it lands is carefully calculated for later retrieval because she is, or they, god damn it, I fucking did it again. They are all about the money.
This is the first time we have been alone at the agency, Yuma.
Man, one slip of concentration and I am
Now that
fucking
you
out,
mention
aren't
it,
I?
I guess you're right. I know. How about I make you some coffee? Or would you prefer some tea instead?
Which is which again?
Huh?
I don't know, I'm staring at your thighs.
What do you mean by that?
How to put this? One is dark and the other a bit pale. Which is coffee and which is tea again?
What?
That was a funny joke. I don't think she's joking.
Anyway, the darker one is coffee.
Oh, it is? Now that you mention it, that sounds right. However, this is quite troubling. There are far too many moments in my life where I cannot tell things apart.
The figure you used to have when you were
Just like with
younger.
coffee
And
and tea, I cannot tell the difference between an elevator and escalator. Or
what's wrong
left
with
and
Mom
right.
Bod?
Or the day
You've been
after
lurking.
tomorrow
Have you been
and the
running
day before
dungeons?
Yesterday. I cannot differentiate many things.
That sounds rough.
Oh, there is more. Until recently, I thought paying reparations meant you were paying a repairman.
That's a new one.
She's such an airhead. I'm surprised she's managed to survive for so long.
Fubuki, have your misunderstandings ever gotten you into trouble?
Trouble. I suppose when all is said and done, I have managed fairly well. Oh, there was one thing.
Really? If you don't mind, can you tell me about it?
Yes, of course. Back when I was around 10 years old. In the neighborhood where my mansion is located, a rumor was spreading about a high school student who could fly. I hoped it was true and wished to meet him, so I went for a visit. However, he could not in truth fly, but was rather considered something called a flight risk.
At this point, it sounds like a comedy skit.
Oh, well, it gets worse. He was more than a mere delinquent. People considered him an extremist. Upon discovering I was the daughter of the Clockford family, he kidnapped me and barricaded us away.
Barricaded?
Yes, he demanded the government revise the Constitution if they wished me to be returned safely.
So, what happened after that?
It was quite a while back, so I cannot really remember. In the end, the laws were changed a bit, and I was released.
Oh, is that all?
The laws were... what? It makes sense a master detective, or rather a member of the Clockford family, would have such ridiculous stories. Being unable to tell coffee and tea apart should have been the least of my worries.
Master, you and Fubuki seem to have grown closer.
I really do like Fubuki. Once we get to know her, it's gonna make a bit more sense why she has trouble telling some things apart. Manto, a popular meat bun shop in Kamasaki district operating out of a street style. The location changes daily. Very reasonably priced at 100 yen a piece. Man, Kamasaki, or the Kansai. This place, Kanai Ward, they really love their fucking meat buns. There are meat bun shops everywhere.
Let's hurry to the church!
Hey, I bet the church is this way. Long live Amaterasu! I cannot agree with that. Church. The only church in Kanai Ward. A dark forest sits behind it. Let's see, what do we got here? Oh yes, church!
So the Nailman urban legend originated at this church.
Definitely getting a church vibe.
Are there? It's safe, right?
What's the matter, Halara?
I hate churches. I find them devoid of value.
Huh? Why is that?
Damn, Halara.
Because prayer is obviously inferior to payment. Just look at the tragedies the city has seen. There is no God to save you. The lost lamb should look to detectives for help instead, don't you think?
I don't know about that. Depends on the individual.
Forget it. For now, let's talk to the people around the church.
Will they even listen to us?
They can't say no if we say we're on assignment for the Peacekeepers.
Is it okay to lie like that?
Sure,
Whether
lying
it's
is
okay or
fun
not is secondary.
and educational.
Our priority is to solve the case. In order to achieve that, deception is at times required. Now, let us educate those who are here that their true savior isn't beyond the rain clouds.
Halara is scary. Kitty Nun!
What is it you wanted to speak about?
I've already spoken to the Peacekeepers a bunch of times. How many times do I gotta say it?
Kitty Nun!
Hasn't the culprit already been arrested?
Well, I don't mind. I have time to talk.
Where to start? One of us should say
How long are you
something.
going to stand around like some tombstone? Our time is short. Why do you think we've gathered them here?
Because one of them's a kitty?
We have to question them, right?
It's your move. Play your card.
Do I really have to do this? I guess Halara seems intent on being the assistant.
In my opinion, it'd go much faster if Halara did this, Master.
But I have to do it. No point in wasting time thinking about it.
Time for an investigation.
Alright, let's talk to you first.
And you are...
I do the odd jobs like cleaning around the church.
You must be the killer.
I also care for the forest.
You're the killer.
Do you know anything about the Nailman?
I often patrol the woods. but I'm usually asleep at night. When morning comes around, there are dolls nailed to the trees. It's tough to clean all of them up. I've never seen the nail man himself, but I've seen people enter the forest plenty of times.
Have you ever talked to them?
I have, but they typically run away. Some get surprised and leave their nails and doll behind. I chase after them to give them back their dolls, but I'm never fast enough. They always get away.
That makes sense with a body like that.
Well, that's rude.
I understand. Thank you very much.
All right, I'm convinced. You're the nail man. What about you? You're blue hair and cute. That's popular in my chat.
Excuse me, but you are...
Do you even have to ask? You know who I am.
Actually, I have no clue.
Huh? No, I think today is the first time we've met.
What? You're investigating the nail man and you don't know who I am?
What's that supposed to mean?
This must be the clergy member on the report who was the first to find the body.
Yeah, that's right. I was the first on the scene.
Right, it was on the report. I'm impressed Halara was able to realize it so quickly.
I've been attending every day since I was first baptized here as a child. That's how pious I am.
Ears perk. What, because of Kitty Nut or because of blue hair and cute?
But I don't work here, so it's not like I'm a clergy member. I just love mystical places like this. There's an otherworldly feeling to it, you know?
Yes, I think I can agree with that.
I love researching this type of stuff, which is why I've been keeping an eye on Nailman activity for a while now.
So, you know a lot about the Nailman.
That's an understatement. In fact, you could say I'm an expert in Nailman research.
Weird thing, but okay. Weird flex.
In that case, what do you think about the clock tower murder? Though it seems the suspect has already been arrested.
I think he was framed.
You do? Then who do you think the real killer is?
The real Nailman, obviously.
I like this guy's tattoo, and his design is good. I don't find this one attractive. But he's got a tiny goatee.
The Peacekeepers are making a big mistake. Listen, the Nailman exists. The Nailman is summoned through ritual and commits murder based on a sacrificial doll.
That's impossible.
Yeah, I get it. You probably want proof.
That would be nice, yes.
In that case, look for a doll in the forest. You'll find a nailed doll with a name tag for the dark ceremony.
Tiny goatee does not make a guy cute. But what about the cigarette and the tiny goatee?
Whoever's name is on it is the Nailman's next target. Just follow someone in town with the same name. If you're lucky, you might have a run-in with the Nailman.
Yes, lucky.
Unfortunately, I wasn't so lucky. I've missed him by just a hair 4 times already.
I see. So you can guess the next victim based on each doll's name tag.
I was so close at the clock tower, too. I found someone whose name matched a name tag and figured out she was heading to the clock tower. I called the Peacekeepers and entered the clock tower, but I was too late. Damn it! If only I'd acted sooner. I was so close to meeting the Nailman.
Guess he just wants to meet the Nailman and doesn't care about preventing the murders.
Seems like a good way to die.
So he's an occult enthusiast? Seems like a huge weirdo.
Good way to die. Alright, let's talk to Ishtola the nun.
You are...
What are you, blind? I'm a nun, obviously.
Yes, I can tell that.
You got some nerve calling me here out of nowhere. Do you know how busy I am with choir practice?
Her ears went wrinkly.
I'll kill your ass in the name of God.
I'm okay with this.
Sorry.
She like my master has trouble with.
I'll have you know, my dad is a higher up at Amaterasu Corporation. I don't care if you're on a mission from the Peacekeepers. If you piss me off, Papa will make you regret it.
Right. I'd just like to ask some questions. I'll keep it quick. Do you know anything about this nail man?
You mean the guy nailing up dolls? Well, I have seen someone going into the forest late at night. Whenever I've gone into the forest afterward, I usually find dolls nailed to the trees. The dolls have names written in what looks like blood. It's creepy as hell, really. In other words, it's totally metal!
I see. By the way, what happened to your right hand? Did you get hurt?
Hey, don't stare! It's nothing. I went a little overboard while practicing an instrument.
Instrument?
I'm working on this new thing I call death metal choir. I was messing around on the bass and, well, you know.
Is that your dominant hand?
What kind of question is that? You want to die or something?
Oh,
It is her dominant hand. I'm sure of it.
I see.
All right, lastly, you.
Are you the priest of this church?
This is
That's
a
right.
weird church.
My family has served this church for many generations.
This is a fucking punk ass church.
Though I only became a man of the cloth in recent years, the blood of martyrs spanning centuries dwells within me.
Yes, that is exactly how I expect a priest to introduce himself to other people.
Thus, my existence is but a piece of the eternal prayers offered. That is my mission, as the divine has guided me to do.
I don't get why, but he sure seems proud to be a priest.
Do you know about the nail man?
Of course. I have no idea how that rumor spread around. Perhaps it was even started by a wish made by those seeking salvation, which created the fantasy of the nail man.
Salvation? The people of this city must be crazy if they look to the nail man for salvation.
Hey, that actually sounds kind of cool. I know how they feel. I want to tie you up and go to a world where it's just you and me, Master.
I'm like 13.
Isn't it basically already like that? I've talked to everyone. Halara, is there anything you'd like to ask them?
Only end your turn once you've secured a shot at victory.
Does that mean I should gather more information? What else should I ask about?
No, sorry. About the past Nailman murders.
There have been several Nailman cases in the past, right? Does anyone know anything about past cases?
You know a lot about these things, right?
Yeah, you can ask me anything about the Nailman, including all past cases, obviously.
Creepy.
I was the first to find the body every time.
Really creepy.
Huh? Every time?
She's just very forward about what she wants.
There's no reason to look surprised. I already told you how I did it. I find dolls with name tags in the forest. Then, I look for whoever's supposed to be the next victim. But every time I find a victim, they're already dead.
You ever thought about maybe saving them?
Being the first on scene each time sounds super suspicious.
You think I'm suspicious, don't you? I suppose you would. The first person on the scene can always lie and say they discovered the body in a locked room. But the thing is, I've never been alone when I've discovered a body. All of the crime scenes had no way in or out, so I'd open them with someone nearby, or by asking the peacekeepers.
So the body's discovery was never done alone. If that's true, then all the rooms really were locked.
Master, why don't you ask for more details about past cases for now?
Can you tell me more about each case?
There have been 3 Nailman cases in the past 6 months, excluding the one at the clock tower. The first happened 6 months ago at a secret club in Kamasaki District. It's essentially a members-only casino. The victim owned the place. At the time, the Nailman was just a name you'd sometimes hear about in urban legends. But I had a personal interest in the Nailman, so I started researching him.
Still don't know why.
And then it happened. I came across another murder while investigating a name tag I found in the forest. I knew then that it had to be the Nailman.
And that crime scene was also within a locked room?
Yeah, all of the Nailman crime scenes have common characteristics. There's always a corpse and doll coated in nails, and also the murderer leaves no trace behind. Isn't that bizarre? See why I'm so interested in the Nailman?
Nope, not really.
I totally get it.
You would.
Don't empathize with him.
You're both weirdos.
The secret club was the first locked room mystery. As for the second, it was at a mansion in the residential area near Ginma District. About 3 months ago, the owner of the mansion was murdered in the building's study. The crime scene again took place in a locked room with a corpse and doll covered in nails inside. Considering all this, there's no doubt it was committed by the Nailman. By then, I knew the legendary Nailman had descended upon Kanai Ward.
You know, I don't know why I'm so surprised this guy is crazy about the Nailman. I mean, we worship a Nailman in real life too. Just kind of the other way around.
The third locked room mystery occurred a month ago.
It's about to have his birthday.
A woman was killed in an art gallery storage in Ginma District. It also featured a body and a doll covered in nails in a completely locked room. And today, the fourth locked room mystery happened at the clock tower.
But
That's every single Nailman case. At least, for now. I'm sure the Nailman will continue on. He will enact revenge for the people of Kanai Ward.
Some people, but not all of them.
Uh-huh.
This information was obtained from the church worshiper who knew about the past Nailman murders. About the dolls.
That reminds me, is there any information about the dolls used in the Nailman ceremonies? I know a few have been found at the crime scenes, too.
You find that stuff in any doll shop.
Doll shop?
Huh? You haven't seen one? What are you, a foreigner or something? Around here, all the craft shops have been selling fancy dolls for a long time.
Why?
They were mostly souvenirs for tourists. But that industry is long gone now.
Seems like a weird souvenir.
Some places still sell them at steep discounts just to get rid of their stock. If you know where to look, you'll see mountains of illegally discarded dolls all over the place.
I see. So they aren't much of a clue given how easy they are to obtain.
Alright, if anything strange has happened.
Has anyone noticed strange things happening near the church lately?
Wow, what a big question.
Shut up, Shinigami.
Now that you mention it,
What is it? Please, any small detail will help.
something strange was burning in the incinerator earlier.
What do you mean by strange?
Like, I thought it was a rope, but all I can say is it looked strange.
Can you try drawing what it looked like? It does look like some sort of bizarre rope.
It's like a centipede with legs missing from one side. Looks delicious.
What?
I was worried that it wasn't supposed to be burned, so I tried to take it out. But I was too late. It was completely incinerated. I asked around to see if anyone knew about it, but everyone claimed they hadn't thrown away anything like it. The incinerator is surrounded by a locked fence. Only clergy can access it.
So, no one here recognized it?
I don't even work here in the first place.
Only clergy can access the incinerator, but no one claims to have thrown it away.
I don't know if this has anything to do with the case, but something's fishy.
The burnt remains of a strangely shaped rope found in the church incinerator. All right, about the suspect.
A watchmaker was arrested earlier. He's suspected of being involved in the Nailman incident. Does anyone know anything about him?
A watchmaker? You mean G.A. Colin? I've asked him to fix the church clock several times. To think that he's the Nailman.
Well, it hasn't been proven that he's the culprit yet.
Oh, I see. But if it were him, no one would blame him.
What do you mean?
This city has completely changed. Everyone is seeking salvation in some way. The Nailman was born out of our situation.
You mean the Nailman is what the people actually wanted?
Many would certainly deny it, but the nailed dolls continue to appear in our forest. If the Nailman acts as their agent, then they are also the Nailman. In a way.
We are all the Nailman.
That's how I see it. What do you think?
It's true. The Nailman could be seen as a savior to some people. After all, he kills the people you want dead for you. I mean, the victim had it coming for doing something worth getting killed over, right?
I think I've asked about everything I wanted to find out.
Can I get the nun's phone
Looks
number?
like time is almost up. Let's get going.
Was that okay?
Yes, it will suffice. Thank you for your cooperation.
I'm just asking a question.
You should study their faces well. They may end up being accused of the murders.
Not the nun. Not the cute one.
Huh? You need to remember every face so you can spot them even if they flee through a crowd.
Wait! Do you mean the actual culprit is one of them?
Perhaps. There's not enough information yet to act on. We have no time to waste. Let's investigate the other crime scenes. Best not to scramble what little gray matter rests in your head. So let's examine the crime scenes chronologically.
Kind of rude.
Okay. Well, the first murder occurred at...
The secret club?
It's the secret club in the Kamasaki district.
I wasn't paying attention.
Right?
Correct. Let's hurry. I won't allow time to be wasted.
Like I'm doing right now. Alright, before I go, I think there is a memory around here. There it is. This should be the Even Crows Like to Pray memory. An Emerald memory shard. Recall memories with Vivia. Alright, nothing else here. I'm a little concerned that I have potentially missed a request somehow. Hang on a sec. Let me take a look and see what request number 2 was. That might give me an idea. It will warn you, or it should warn you, but... if I can see what request number 2 was, I might remember where it was. Let's see. Now there's a total of 4. Okay, alright. Alright. No, we're fine. We're fine, actually. You do get this one after you start the investigation with Halara. In fact, now that I've looked at it, I think I remember it's gonna either start or end in the residential, in the murder in the residential district. It's gonna open up the mansion, and I think the request starts or ends there. So we should be good. Dragon Palace, a popular meat bunny Gimma district. They sell at the higher than usual price of 500 yen a piece, but the owner insists it's due to superior seasoning.
Halara? I've been thinking. The first incident was 6 months ago, right? If we go to the crime scene now, there's nothing left to investigate.
You think it will be a waste of time? There's no need to worry about that.
So, you have a plan then?
What? You're working with Halara Nightmare. What more could you possibly ask for?
I could ask to not be in
Let's
debt.
be swift.
I could ask to not be in debt from a 6 million
Right.
yen. That'd be a great thing to ask for.
But talk about confidence.
You're poofy.
Where's the secret club?
Okay. Should actually be up here near the shops on the 2nd level.
I smell a mystery. I'm all
By near the shops on the 2nd level, it means somewhere around the stairwells. There it is.
This appears to be the crime scene, but it's sealed off. They've left it like this for 6 months?
No doubt they've shirked their obligation to clean up. I suspect the peacekeepers are lazy to a fault.
You'll never get anywhere by giving a fuck about tape.
It's open. Let's go inside.
Ah, yes, they relied on the tape and not locks. Alright, well, this looks interesting. Looks like a casino. Wait, is that you beeping or is that something else? Okay, that was you. Ah, yes, a blood stain on the wall. Okie dokie. I'm gonna play some slots and craps, and craps and slots. You investigate.
The peacekeepers may be sloppy, but even they wouldn't leave the crime scene completely untouched.
I need to earn 5,500,800 yen, so I'm gonna gamble for a while.
The body was probably found around here.
I'm gonna guess on the fucking wall where the bloodstain is.
The victim's name is Suguma Iho, an old man who owned this place. His reputation left much to be desired. This place was an illegal casino operating at obscene rates. Even the cheating was rampant.
You sure know a lot about it. When did you...
They read the loading screen tips.
I told you, I gathered my own intel while waiting at the cafe.
They read the loading screen tips.
The real interesting note is that this crime scene also had no way in or out. At the time of discovery, the door was locked from the inside.
There aren't any windows either, which is expected given that it's underground. There are air vents, but they have secure covers barring entry. Besides, no one's able to reach that high up.
No windows. The only way in and out is the door that was locked from the inside. It's a locked room mystery! Locked room mystery!
But there's not much more to investigate. We don't know what state the body was in at the time of discovery.
I told you not to worry. The conditions have all been met.
Conditions?
Don't tell me you've forgotten I'm a master detective.
Oh, your forte!
My forte is postcognition, the power to see the past. However, it can only be used at murder scenes.
These are awfully inconvenient for abilities.
To be precise, I can only see how the crime scene appeared at the time it was first discovered. Another way to describe it would be as crime scene limited psychometry, if that's easier to understand.
It is definitely not.
That's amazing! It's like the perfect forte for a detective!
My power allows me to see the moment the first witness saw the crime scene. Not the culprit, not the victim, but how it appeared when a third party first entered. The memory or perception of the witness does not affect my postcognition. What I see is what actually was there. When it comes to my power, the witness is not a camera or a recording device, but rather a trigger. Perhaps the best way to think of it is like a bookmark stuck between the pages of when the body was found. Well, there's no point in wasting more time explaining. Let's have a look.
That power sure is convenient. Explains all the confidence. It's similar to the mystery labyrinth, where I recreate the crime scene in your mind.
Where you mean where you beat it out of my head and give me a concussion?
But now it's done in the real world. Although, it is limited to both the crime scene and the moment of first discovery.
But still, it's amazing.
On the other hand, my master's got nothing. Why is life so unfair? Now I'm angry! Master, can I nibble on your heart to help cheer me up?
Please do not.
Of course not.
Halara's forte is postcognition. It shows the crime scene as it was when it was first discovered.
What?
I'm investigating. Don't interfere. Look around the scene in the real world until I'm done using my postcognition.
Postcognition. I wonder what it's like. All I can do is wait for the report.
Well, do I have some good news for you?
What is it this time?
Master, try to remember. Did you feel anything back on the Amaterasu Express? You know, when the other master detectives used their powers?
This sensation. I felt it when Aphex used his powers. Somehow, it feels like I can hear what Poochie hears.
I miss Poochie.
Right. I can sense whenever a master detective uses their power.
Yes, that's it! Maybe your coalescence will work now.
Coalescence?
Simply put, it's the ability to share someone else's power. On the train, you only felt the resonance of other people's fortes, but its true function is to share their powers.
Wait, then that means I can also see the scene in the past with Halara? That's amazing! Is this your ability, Shinigami?
Something like that. But there are conditions for it to activate. You must kiss someone to share their ability.
I don't think that's gonna happen.
What? Kiss Halara?
Ha! I lied. Look at you blush. Did you really want to? You still don't know if Halara is a boy or a girl.
Oh,
Does that
quit messing
matter?
around and tell me how it works.
You need permission from the person sharing the ability first. Then, you must hold hands while the ability is active. That's it.
Okay, I can do that.
Assuming they agree. Halara, I need to hold your hand.
Halara. Halara?
I need you to be quiet. I'm concentrating.
Sorry, but there's something I want to ask.
Hang on. This is absolutely not an excuse.
Coalescence. Hold hands. You and me.
Yeah, that's not happening, is it?
Yes, that way I'll be able to see the past too. I think.
You need a more confidence catchphrase.
My sources made no mention of such an ability. In fact, you're just a trainee.
Yeah, but I just remembered I had it.
Convenient.
Anyway, we don't have much time. Let's try it.
I have no intention of getting friendly with you.
Oh, it's not like that.
I despise you.
Huh?
Just the thought of holding your hand makes my skin crawl.
I didn't know you hated me so much.
Let me be clear. I don't just hate you in particular. I despise all of humanity equally.
Oh, okay. You're just a nihilist.
I don't trust anyone. Except the dead.
We all go through that phase. You'll grow out of it.
I had a feeling. Halara must be a demon straight from hell.
Then why did you choose to help me with the investigation?
As I told you in the beginning, I always work sincerely for the payment I receive. As long as you promise payment, I will promise my utmost efforts as a professional.
Then please, hold my hand. It's necessary for the investigation.
Yes, the investigation.
You can add this to my bill if you want. You'll agree then, right?
Fine. If it's what I must do as a detective, then I have no choice but to agree.
Let's hold hands. Oh god, human contact. What if we held at hands inside the crime scene?
I can see it. Everything looks different than a moment ago.
Man, not lying.
Incredible. So this is post-cognition.
Can you really see it? So your coalescence is real. I didn't expect you to already have your own forte. Well, this does save me the trouble of reporting it back to you, but it's quite inconvenient to keep our hands joined. Very well. Go ahead and lead the investigation.
Me?
If you can see what I see, that would be for the best. I'm only acting as your assistant, after all. This is quite the bizarre crime scene. But unusual crime scenes are expected when you work for the WDO. Now, let's see what you're capable of.
Well, I'm capable of tricking you into holding my hand, but we're gonna investigate next time, YouTube. Thank you so much for joining me. As always, I appreciate it. If you enjoyed what you saw, let me know. Give me likes, send me comments. Remember to subscribe. And I'll see you then. Twitch will continue. We'll continue for about an hour more.